Hello, it's Nicholas Burling. Welcome back to my channel. It's been an eventful day here in Reno Land. Let me take you on a tour of what's happened so far. I started the day off trying to find a part for my dishwasher. Actually, I've spent the last 3 days trying to find it, and it was just a 90-cent washer I needed. But now my dishwasher is hopefully working. I'm just testing it out now. In the bathroom here, you can see the tub has been refinished. I picked up the keys today from the person who did the refinishing. I also have put in a new floor in the bathroom. That's going to look a lot better once the baseboards are on and obviously the toilet and the vanity are in. Unfortunately, I didn't think this through all the way, but I removed the toilet, realized that the plastic ring that's underneath the toilet is broken, so I have to pick up a new one, but I didn't realize that until after the hardware stores had closed. And the vanity's off, so I don't have a sink or a toilet at the moment, and I can't use the bathtub because this floor needs 24 hours to cure. So basically my source for a washroom, every aspect of the washroom is now the kitchen sink, which fortunately I'm replacing, but it's not ideal. And luckily I don't have a large bladder, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal, and I'll get the part I need in the morning. I also had an incident with this vacuum here where the seal on the drain wasn't working properly. You can see here I had to rip up a bunch of plastic. That's because I sucked all the water out of the toilet using the vacuum, and it spilled all over this part of the floor. So that was pretty disgusting. Had to clean all of that up. And then I also took out all of the garbage. So the dishwasher, the vanity, some bags of garbage, the hood fan, all of that's now gone. So the place is looking a lot tidier now. I'll also take you on a quick tour of my eating station. I've got some very basic essentials. I've got some coffee, a couple snacks. I've got mugs and cups. I don't usually use disposable cups, but some people had left them over at my place after a party. I've got some cereal and some pretzels. And that's pretty much it. Some really basic supplies. The one thing I did remember to bring was a bowl for my cereal. It's the only non-breakable bowl I have. And a pan for the oven, because the last time I was here I had to heat a calzone up in the frying pan. So hopefully we've got things under control now. One of the things that I accidentally did was leave the garage door opener at home, so I only have the keys here. That was a pretty interesting experience because I showed up today, I went to the underground, I obviously couldn't open it, so I ran around inside the building, opened it using the button on the inside, ran up to the van, started it, and went to go back in. And as I was going back in, the door started closing, and it's not one of these doors that stops with a sensor, it stops with pressure, and it scraped down the nose of the van. Luckily not doing a ton of damage, and I am repainting the van soon, so not a big deal. But I had to jump out of the car, lift it up, drive in, and this was how I met one of my upstairs neighbors. They saw me coming in and commented about how it was a pretty ridiculous entry, and then we had a good chat, and they're super nice, so I'm looking forward to getting to know them a little better, and I'm glad I have some nice people around me. And that's about it for my update for today. I didn't work a full day today because I had all this running around to do in the morning. I started working here at about 4 o'clock, and it's now 11 o'clock at night. So I'm going to edit some videos. I'm going to do a little bit of work for my main job because I'm not working there full time right now, but I do have a little bit of work to do. And I will be back at this again first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll give you an update at the end of the day. We'll see you then. That's it for day 8 of renovations. Let me give you a quick tour of what I've been up to. It's going to be pretty short. I didn't get a lot done today. It was a half day. And I also had to go to the hardware store to pick up some parts because the toilet was broken. So let me give you a quick tour. Now, when I say the toilet was broken, what I mean is the ring that mounts the toilet to the ground was broken. You can see I'm putting in a new toilet, so if the toilet itself had been broken, it wouldn't be an issue, but I wasn't able to mount this toilet until that ring had been replaced. I also put in this new vanity here. I haven't hung the mirror yet. I installed the new faucet. I caulked around the toilet and the tub. And then I also installed a new floor here in the storage room. The other thing I forgot to mention is that I also put up the new shower curtain bar, and that means I can have a shower tonight because I'm feeling a little gross. Oh, and this wall color here, I had to paint in behind the toilet and the vanity, but that's going to be going throughout. So there you have it. Pretty quick tour, and I will be back at it again, maybe tomorrow evening, probably the day after. I'll see you then. It's been a day. It's gonna be another half day today, if that. I waited around first thing in the morning for an Amazon package to arrive with the sink. It was about half the price of going to the hardware store, so I really couldn't justify getting it from the hardware store. Then I had to take it out of my building, bring it downstairs to my van, and the elevator was broken, so I rolled all of these construction items that had arrived down the stairs on a dolly, 2 flights of stairs, out to my van, got in my van, drove it out to Chilliwack. When I got to Chilliwack, I couldn't get into the underground because the parkade was closed, because the door wasn't working properly. So then I had to convince the caretaker to open the door manually, even though I seemed to know more about doors than he did. He was just waving me off and saying, no, it can't be opened manually. So I finally convinced him. We opened it manually, and he said he was just going to leave it that way, and we could park in the underground at our own risk. And then I had to weigh, do I park in the underground? Do I park on the street, which is going to be safer because I don't have anything expensive in my van, but it is a construction van, so people think that there's something expensive in there. So I finally found a spot on the street. I decided to park there. And I also ended up running into someone from my building who'd locked her keys in her car. So then I had to spend time helping her out because she didn't have a phone. So I waited around with her until BCAA showed up, let her into her car, and then I had to load all of my stuff from the van up to the apartment. So right now it's about 3 o'clock and I'm just starting to get some work done. I'm gonna try to install trim right now, and I'll check back with you at the end of the day, and we'll see where we're at. Chat with you then. That's it for today. I will show you a little bit of what I've done. There's nothing too exciting, but I did get the trim on like I said I wanted to, and a few other things as well. Starting with the bathroom here. All of the plumbing is complete underneath here, so that means the tap is working. I put on trim in this closet here, and you can see the supports for the shelves. I took them off to paint and caulk. Here we go again. And also in the closet in the bedroom I'm staying in as well. I haven't done much in here, but I did get that done. I got all the trim in here done, and also the trim in here. The last thing I did was cut all of these poles here. And that's because, like I said, I had the hardware installed here, and here there's a bracket, and then the, I guess brackets as well for the bars here, which are gonna be the closed bars. So that's about it. Like I said, nothing too exciting. Obviously I had all of those issues earlier in the day, and this is where we're at, so hopefully I get some more done tomorrow. I'll see you then. That's a wrap for this weekend. I didn't get up to a lot today. I ended up not starting work until a little bit later. Not because I had anything going on, but I woke up this morning and I just felt completely drained. I think it's just because of all of the work that I've been doing, both on the renovations and also in my normal life. I'm working more than I normally would, and I don't want to be putting myself in a position of experiencing burnout. So I decided to take it a little bit easier today, but I still did get some work done, and I'll just briefly show you what that was. As you can see here, I've got all of the doors painted, and I've got 2 coats on them on just one side of them. I took off all of the shelves from the closets and stood them up here, so those are ready for painting, but they're being painted a different color. Another couple bifolds over here. And that's something that's going to be ongoing when I come back here, probably next weekend. And then the other thing that I did was I tested out the new hinges on the cabinets just to make sure, because they're slightly different than the original ones, I wanted to make sure that they would fit. It looks like the doors are going to be in a slightly different position, but it's still going to look good, so that's a positive. Well, that's it for episode 4. Week 3 of renovations, and I will see you again next weekend. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, please hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you get notified every time I post a new video. And until next time, have a great day.
You make